Well, hey everybody, Michael here from Get Fit Over 40. The weather's looking pretty nice today. A little sunny. I probably should be wearing some sunglasses, but that would be kind of rude. Anyways, I've got my DJI Osmo here. So we're walking through the yard. It shouldn't be too shaky. And I've got a mic connected here. So we're trying the mic connector. Should sound pretty good. Today's video, let's get right to it. The 3 ways, the only 3 ways you can lose fat, right? So body weight fat. Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to all be fat. Depends on kind of what you're doing and what you're eating and other things. But you will lose weight if you do one of these 3 types of diets, okay? Or I don't even want to call them a diet because it's not always even a diet. Now people are going to say, you know, you have to do this special way of eating food, whether it be keto, low carb, low fat, you know, juice diets, whatever. You got to do fasted cardio in the morning. You got to do, you know, you can only eat at certain times. Fasted, what do they call it now? You know, you got to do your fasted meal eating, right? So you can only eat between, say, 6 and 9 p.m. or something like that. And that's the only way you're going to lose weight. But I'm going to tell you, all of that, some of it helps for sure, but none of that is going to make you lose weight without these other 3 things. Okay, so the first one, and you're going to say, Mike, this is super common sense stuff you're talking about. What's wrong with common sense? Like, why do we have to make things complicated, right? Why does it have to be complicated? Why do you need a complicated meal plan, diet, program to lose weight? You don't. You just need common sense planning, right? Okay, so first one, let's get right to it. Okay, the first way you're gonna lose weight, probably the easiest way for a lot of people, is eat less food than your body needs, right? And you don't even have to weight train or do any exercise at all. So this is just managing your food without exercise, okay? So just strictly dieting by managing the amount of food you eat. So as long as the food you're eating is less than the food your body needs, no exercise required, okay? You're gonna lose weight, I guarantee it. And so, you know, this is just the most straightforward way of doing it. And I can attest, I had a friend who was getting close to 500 pounds, decided he wanted to do something about it, had a heart condition, couldn't exercise, went to a specialist, a diet specialist, basically gone on a low fat, low carb diet, sort of, you know, there's a bunch of them out there, and, you know, was eating maybe 1,500 calories or less a day. Obviously, he's a big guy, so his body burned more like 4,000 to 5,000 calories a day. You're gonna lose weight. And he lost over 200 pounds. I think he got down to close to 220. At his lowest point, and that was with a lot of extra skin going on too. So that goes to show, no exercise other than what he normally did in his daily life, you know, a little bit of yard work and stuff, but he couldn't do any type of real exercise again because he had a heart condition, right? So there you go. You don't need exercise, right? Is exercise valuable? Is it gonna help? For sure. Is it gonna get you jacked? All that stuff, get you fit? Yes, it is, right? You're gonna switch arms here. So, okay, the next diet, or way to lose weight. I hate saying diet because it's not always a diet, and this one isn't even a diet. This is just working your ass off, doing tons of exercise, being super active, and then kind of eating what you want, right? You don't really worry about it because you're burning so many calories doing all the stuff you're doing. You might have a super active job. You might go for a lot of walks. You might like be into sports and stuff. Maybe you're a triathlete. Maybe you like to weight train 6 days a week and really pound the weights. But, you know, a lot of these people don't gain weight. In fact, they have to try to eat more food just to keep up with their metabolism because they're just so busy and they're so active. So those people can lose weight quite easy because of their jobs. Have you ever seen, like, well, I wouldn't say have you ever seen, but if you look at a lot of like construction workers of those types, right? Usually they're younger guys because it's a hard job, but most of them are super fit, right? You don't see the guys like with weight issues because they're probably burning maybe even 3,000 calories a day in their job. And so for them, and they're super busy too, so they're not always eating because they're working hard, and they have these huge dinners, probably a big breakfast, lunches on the go, right? And most of these guys are in pretty decent shape if you look at it. It's because they're super active, right? So that's another way to lose weight. Be super, super active, right? This is all common sense. I know, it's crazy, right? What am I saying here? Stuff you already know. But anyways, I'm just going to tell you it again because a lot of people forget about these things. All right, the third way. Okay, the third way is you do a bit of both. You exercise and you watch what you eat. I think this is the best way because it allows you to eat a little bit more, right? Who wants to just eat like bare minimum just to lose weight? feel like you're starving all the time, it's tough, right? What about working out a little bit, doing some walks, getting into some sports, you know, being somewhat active, not crazy active, but active enough, and watching what you eat. You're gonna have a super balanced life. Not only when you lose the weight are you gonna have that muscle underneath it, you know, you're gonna look fit, you're gonna be healthy. It's the best way to do it. And it doesn't matter what diet you're doing, as long as you're eating less food than your body is burning up during the day, you're gonna lose weight, okay? It's that simple. I've tried all kinds of things, diets, I've done the low fat, low carb, I've done the high fat. As long as the calories match up, it all works out in the end, okay? So it's not really rocket science at all. Now, I just wanna kind of go over a couple little pros and cons. So the first diet, or the first way of losing weight, by basically just dieting. The advantage there is if you have physical issues, if you can't work out, if you just hate working out, if you just hate exercise, you know, if you just like to sit, you know, come home from work and not do anything, then by managing your food, you're gonna lose weight. But, you know, in terms of health and fitness, it's not the best way, right? So obviously it's good to get out there and be physical, get some exercise in, because it's gonna benefit your life, it's gonna make you live longer, you're gonna feel better, all of those things, not just be skinny, right? All right, the second way, just training like crazy and just so much exercise that you could barely keep up with the eating, and it's just almost impossible to overeat because you're burning 5,000-6,000 calories a day. Though the advantage there, or the disadvantage, I guess, is that who's got that kind of time, right? Who's got that kind of time? I mean, it takes a lot of time. You can literally work out for an hour and eat that back, you know, with a muffin and a milkshake or something, right? You can seriously burn 1,000 calories in an hour and just eat it right back in like 10 minutes, right? So you can, you know, a lot of times you can eat almost as much or as fast, or you can for sure eat as much and as fast to keep up with the exercise. So that doesn't always work, but it is one way. And it's just, how much time do you have, right? It's kind of crazy, right? And also you do want to watch what you're eating, because you just can't eat everything. It's just not going to be good for you. You want to have a healthy diet. The third one, you know, basically training, dieting, there really aren't very many disadvantages to that, unless you just don't have the time to do any exercise, right? Everybody has the time to eat better. It's just making better decisions. You don't always have to buy these specialty foods. You could go to McDonald's and eat better, right? You can eat bad at McDonald's and you can eat somewhat good at McDonald's. It's all a matter of choice and what you order, right? I go to McDonald's with the family and I'm on the carnivore diet. I get my beef, it works into my macros, it works into my meal planning that I do, and I can do it there. So it's a choice that I can do. Do I get to eat the Big Mac with the bun and everything? No, but I enjoy my food. I enjoy the meat. It's probably, for me, it's actually better. It goes down better. It feels better in my stomach. So it's a good choice for me. I think I've walked enough here. I think I've talked enough. I think you get my point here. Let's stick to the basics, right? Pick one of those that best suits your lifestyle. And guess what? You're gonna lose weight. Thanks for watching another GetFitOver40.com video. Until next time, take care.